author Mia Redrick regularly meets with mothers to help them prioritize their busy lives.
So, one of the things that I found is that as a mom, we're no longer multitasking, we're megatasking. Yeah. Okay? And isn't that true?
Welcome to the broadcast. If you're watching the replay, remember you can heart it up. You can heart it up. And your hearts count, okay? I am Mia Redrick. We're going to have a great scope. It's going to be quick.
Whatever we do for ourselves is what we are giving to our family.
Hey, Nika. Good to see you.
Always ready to work out. So I always bring with me my jump rope as well as my resistance bands. Easy way to get your workout in any day, anytime.
I love the toolkit, Mia. How about dads? Can dads have one too?
Teacher Mom,
absolutely. Dads create the best toolkits. The deal is just be prepared for wherever you're going to be that day with your family to maximize the day. If you have ever said there are not enough hours in a day, you're going to love my next strategy called blending. Blending is when you are doing something for your children, looking for opportunities to do something for yourself. You guys, tell me, how are you already blending in your life? How are you taking care of yourself while you're taking care of your children?
I have a best girlfriend who's a trainer who created a way in which we literally work out in her garage while our kids play outside. So we're getting me time, we're getting mommy time, and our kids are just having a good time.
We've had over 283 self-care groups, and I think the power of the groups has been that moms have no judgment, just camaraderie. You have an opportunity to connect with other women in your demographics of motherhood. And I firmly believe that moms aren't necessarily looking to balance their work and their life. I think what we want more of is joy. Creating opportunities to experience joy on a daily basis in your life is the goal. The next time you and your family need a getaway, try a staycation. What I mean by that is explore in your hometown.
I'm going to keep it quick, guys. But this
might be exactly what your family needs to refuel and reconnect, even in the middle of your busy lives. Remember, when mama's happy, everyone else is happy.
Now, when most people think of dating, they think of being single, going out on the town. But when
we're going to get started in about a minute and a half, guys. If you're in your car, just drive, just listen,
explains why and shares her rules of family dating.
This is something
if you're watching the replay, guys, remember that your heart's
great for me, and it is dating your family. And, because you have 6 children, one of the things that works terrific is to be able to date at home. And what I get a lot of my clients to do is to create a dating box, and in that box, you and your husband can put things that you want to enjoy together. Because sometimes we have opportunities to date our partners, but we don't have a whole lot of time. It might be you have 90 minutes, but by the time he has to go get started in 1 minute or get a meal, the time that you would have spent together is gone.
Thank you, Mia. Thank you for
coming. Hey, good to see you.
Wow, wow. Well, welcome the author of Time for Mommy, 365 Daily Strategies for Mother's Self-Care, Mia Redrick. Mia, thank you so much. Stand up, please. Pleasure, pleasure. I really feel for this family.
You did help them with some tips, but what can we all take away from this?
Well, Dear Time is such a simple way to build quality in your family time and to make self-care a reality every single day. It's simple.
So drop everything and read.
I appreciate it.
Everything and read. It will allow
the kids to
see mom and dad having some downtime, and it becomes part of the family culture, self-care.
So what about the fact that she has no time to herself? She sits in her car and listens to the radio and lies to her husband about where she is, just so she can have a moment to breathe.
So what we talked about was them giving one another permission without guilt and supporting that time and understanding you need that when you have 2 young children. There are a couple that want to be together.
Invite your friends. You have anyone you think will benefit, invite your friends. I'm going to keep it quick. I'm going to try to keep it to 10 or 15 minutes.
I saw you covering your ears when that was happening. Why?
Hey, Tara, good to see you.
Yes, it is. Because I love my husband, and we all forget why we got married.
Here are my people. Okay, let me flip the camera. All right. I'm getting better at it. Hey guys, it's Mia Redrick here, the mom strategist. A little flat hair. And I support mostly moms with life and business success. Is my camera's not clear again. I think it's makeup, guys. Let me try this. That's a little bit better. Okay. Hey there, Team Life. I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. I support moms with life and business success. Good to see you. Patricia, I think it's right. And I support moms with life and business success. If you're new to my scopes, I'm always committed. Hey there. Good to see you, Team Life. I'm always committed to giving you guys great. Do you just double tap to flip the camera? Yes, you just double tap to flip it. That's right. Just tap, tap. Yes, exactly. I'm committed to giving you guys amazing content. You can always check out my previous scopes at katch.me. katch.me. There's some business scopes there. There's some life scopes there, devoted to supporting you guys, always, your family and in your business. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Mia Redrick, and I started my business about 13 years ago, and I had this idea to take my love of motherhood and my background of training and turn it into a business. And I wasn't sure how I would do that, and so I visited a small business resource center. They help people get started in business, and I was told that what I wanted to do would never work, that I'd never be able to monetize what I'm doing today. And for the last 13 years, I've been in business. I've been a full-time entrepreneur for over 10 years. And I tell you this story because you might be like me. Like maybe you have an idea, something you want, your passion that you want to take and monetize in some way, and someone said the same thing to you. Yes, you're single mom, you're a new entrepreneur, fist bump, boom. Okay, so I hope that you get inspired by my story and my previous scopes. You can always sign up for my newsletter at miaredrick.com. miaredrick.com is my website. Now I'm going to keep this scope short. I promise. Most of my scopes are long. And today I thought it was important to talk about how to understand that life is really rigged in your favor. I just want you to know that things are meant to work out for you. And the reason that I thought that this scope was important is because a lot of times in my work, I talk with a lot of clients who are dealing with a lot of times limiting beliefs, right? That they're not good enough, or they're hearing from other people what you can't do, what's impossible for yourself, or that in some way the things that you want to do are just too difficult to do, that now's not the right time to do whatever it is. I've heard all of these things. These have been stories not only that I've told myself, but these have been stories that other people have told me also about birthing my dream. And the most interesting thing is, it's like I've coached over 400 clients, 112 of them are authors, half of them are #1 Amazon bestsellers. And this is the girl like that was told this is not possible. And I thought I want to make sure that I share with you guys that anything that you want to do is rigged in your favor, and you got to get out of your own way. I think one of the most important things, one of the important things to understand is that life is actually rigged in your favor, and you have to get quiet so that you can understand that things are supposed to work out for your good. And I think a lot of times we get in our own way because of the stories that we are listening to. Now, these are the stories that we are telling ourselves, right? The things that we are telling ourselves. I'm not good enough. Like, I'll wait till tomorrow. Like, I'll wait until my kids graduate from school before I start my business, or, grow my dream, or, work on myself. These are stories. But when you get out of your own way, you understand that, like, there actually are a lot of other outcomes. Yes, Anitra, the law of attraction. Like, the moment that I started to understand that, like, what I can see sometimes, it's just maybe 5 chapters of the story. But when you work with someone, like if you work with a coach or a mentor, a teacher, or, you have people in your life that speak truth to you, they can help you understand chapter 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And if you don't have people speaking life to you, sometimes it's easy to believe that life is not rigged in your favor, but it really is. And I've learned that over the years, that it's the story that we're playing for ourselves. People say to me all the time, like, where do you, how did you get the guts? Or like, how do you get the drive, like to ask for some of the things that I've asked for over the years? And it is literally because I don't entertain that no is a bad thing. I think no is actually a good thing. I believe that no gets you closer to your yeses. And if you see no that way, you'll understand that life is really rigged in your favor. Like, at the end of the day, you need people to tell you no so that you can find the people that say yes. Somebody say yes, okay? Because a lot of times we never think about it that way. We think that no is an indictment, or no means that whatever it is that you want, it won't happen, or nobody likes it. But actually, no means that that's one less place that you don't need to go because that's not where you need to be. And you know that the yes is, you're closer to that yes. And that's one of the things I think I've learned over the years is not to take no personally. I also heard during a speaking engagement, I heard Ariana Huffington talk about that, the importance of not taking personally rejection or criticism from other people. And I think that that is one of the things that hangs up so many entrepreneurs, is that entrepreneurs, you know, this process of being an entrepreneur, you're going to hear no. I mean, they go hand in hand. Okay. But no, people that say no to you sometimes can say yes to you. And I say that because I remember when I first got started in business, people said no to me all the time. Like, no, this doesn't make any sense. No, I don't understand what you're talking about. And then years later, I had same people saying, this is so genius. What made you think of this? So what I'm telling you is that you need to hang in there and not take no personally, and understand that you're just looking for the person that says yes, not for the no's. Does this make sense? Does it make sense? Somebody say it makes sense. Okay. For those of you who are watching the replay, I'm Mia Redrick. I am the mom strategist. I wanted to talk today about how really success, life is rigged in your favor. I totally believe it. Rumi, it's his quote, and it's so true. Like when you understand that no's are there to serve you, to help you get closer to your yes, it helps you to reframe what rejection looks like. And in this game of being an entrepreneur, you're going to have, thank you so much, you're going to have rejection. It comes with the process. The other thing that I had to learn is that as you create success in your business and in your life, what happens is you repel people and you attract people. And what I mean by that is that there are some people who are going to be attracted to you because of what you're doing. All right. And those are going to be people who are going to come along. Some are going to come to help you and to support you. And then some people are going to come along to compete with you or to hook to you. And you just got to understand that that comes with the process, and none of it is bad. Like all of it is there for your good, right? Because you have to know as you're, hey, Terry, good to see you. Here's Terry's book. Here, Playing My Heart. You guys see my book came on Saturday, Terry. I ordered your book. You guys can pick it up from Amazon if you want to screenshot it, okay? Playing While Hurt. I get to talk to you tomorrow. I'm excited. You got to understand that that's part of what goes along with being successful in any area of your life, right? That you got to know, like, these things that happen that are good and these things that happen that are bad are there really to support your growth. True story. It's unbelievable. But I found that at times when I have pruned in my life or in my business, that I've created room, right? Like I created room for something else. And you remember on a previous scope, for my New Year scope, I was talking about the importance of letting go. Like letting go spiritually allows you to create room for more. And a lot of us, sometimes we never get to where we want to be in our lives because we're holding on. Like you're holding on to things that don't serve you. You're holding on to relationships that don't support you. You're holding on to friendships that really need to let go. You're holding on to organizations or activities that drain you instead of letting them go. What you have to do is practice letting go. And when you do, you understand that that's why the universe can help you, God can help you and support you and fill it with something else that's meaningful and that's better. And that's one of those things, like maybe 3 years ago or so, I just got really vigilant about pruning, like in my life. I'm not attached to much, obviously my family, obviously God, but I'm not attached to anything. Like I trust that where I am right now, that this journey has been a guided journey, and you got to know that it's a guided journey and that what it's supposed to be serves you, and it is for your good. And whenever you're meeting resistance over and over again, somebody's got to be convinced about something, or you've got to say something over and over again, those are signs that is not good for you. And that means it's time to let it go. You got to let it move on. And it's just so important. And when you do that, it means that God can shine and open doors in different ways. This is one of the things I've always done. Here's a story I'm going to share with you. I had a partner a couple of years ago, maybe like 10 years ago in my business, and we hadn't formalized the partnership. We were thinking about being partners, and she was good at writing and I'm good at talking, and we thought together we could create a great partnership. And I'll never forget it. But I wanted to be partners with her only. I didn't want to be partners with her and her husband. And she wanted the three of us to be partners. And that was just like a deal breaker for us. And we ended up hiring a coach, and we went away with a coach who helps you formulate partnerships, right? And he helped us to formulate a partnership to see if we were compatible or should we not be partners. And in that arrangement, what we realized that was that I felt like we shouldn't be partners. I'll never forget it. We were working on a deal with a Fortune 100 brand. It was a big deal. They said they were interested. They had arranged for us to meet with a buying group to do a presentation in New York. It was unbelievable. We were so excited about it. And I go away to this training and I realized that she cannot be my partner. Like, she can't make a decision. She has to go in the bathroom and call her husband. And I want a partner that is able to self-advocate, right? And that's not deceptive about that kind of thing. And so what happened was I decided that I didn't want to be partners. And that meant that I had to pass on this opportunity and like tell my husband, who wanted to put me out of my house, really probably sit me on the front steps, because we were at the deal. We're there, like we're making the deal. And I told her, I said, you can have it. I'm not interested in anything. I just want peace and joy, right? Life is rigged in your favor. True story. I let it go. I didn't look back. I didn't lament about it. I had no guilt about it, no shame about it, no connection to it. I let it go. Okay. And anything that was going to happen out of it was going to happen. I wished her well. And that's what I do. I wished her well. And I think it was maybe 4 weeks later, I got a phone call from Panera Bread. That's how I got my first corporate partnership. I did not know. I had no idea that was in the pipeline. You got to understand that when you let go, there's a force behind not trying to fight your way or force your way to where you're supposed to be. Where you're supposed to be and who you're supposed to be with is a divine process. It feels good. Hey, Samira, it feels good. It is right. And there's a trusting that happens in it. And you also have to understand that as you create more and more freedom for yourself, more and more joy for yourself, more love, more success, that there'll be people who will come along in the process. Happy New Year, darling. There'll be people that come along in the process that don't fit. And when they don't fit, guess what? They don't fit. You got to let them go. And, and you guys are going to hear me talk about this a lot in the new year, because everything, and I'm saying everything, is rigged in your favor. And what you have to do is get quiet enough to be wise enough to know that God is speaking to you. And I'm telling you, this has happened to me over and over again. I was blown away, and I've seen it over and over again. I have in my business even decided at times that, you know what, I'm not working with these people anymore. And when I do that, the new clients come. I have decided in our commercial, we're not doing these kind of accounts anymore. And then we've had new business that came up just out the blue, like literally that exceeded or matched what it was. But there is something divine about not being attached or chasing people or relationships or holding on to what doesn't serve you. You see, if you understand that this universe, like God, everything is rigged in your favor, then you understand it is supposed to work. It is supposed to be good. And what is good isn't hard, right? It feels good. Doesn't mean that it's not work, but it means that it feels good. Okay, when you're doing it, there's no convincing, there's no prodding, there's no difficulty, there's no complication, there's no drama in what is meant for you. And that's what I wanted to say to you today. I was thinking that there was someone out here, I don't know why, I felt like there was someone out here that could benefit today just from this simple message that, you know what, life is rigged in your favor. Because when I think about it, and I think about the doors that have opened at times, no, I'm telling you, Samira, you guys got to check her out. She's the bounce back strategist, Samira Jones. Terry Stewart, she's the author of Playing While Hurt. Okay. Pat is in the house. You guys have got to check her out. And I'm so excited to be working with you, Pat. And Nitra Durant Allen, the Mom on the Move. You guys put your information here. I have the opportunity to work with such brilliant and amazing, hello there, Pat, brilliant and amazing women. And it's all because I understand that life is rigged in my favor. Anything that I let go, anything that I let go is always replaced with something at least the same or higher. And you got to understand that. And you can't get that holding on to what doesn't serve you. So that's my only message today. I wanted to keep it short. For those of you who just joined me, you have to catch the replay. I am Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. I support moms with life and business success. Sharita's in the house. I support moms with life and business success. Today I was talking about how life is really rigged in your favor. And I'm wrapping up. You guys are going to have to catch the replay because I wanted to keep it short. You know my scopes can be long, right? You know my scopes, they're usually long. And I may come back on tonight to teach. But I just felt on my heart today that there was somebody out here that needed that message and needed to know. Thank you. I appreciate you. That needed to know that, look, you don't have to worry about what isn't. Okay, because what is for you, it's for you. And it's very clear from the very beginning. And anyone that is for you, that's clear too. And anything that isn't, you need to let it go. And you need to trust that life is rigged in your favor. Even the things, even the hard things to accept, right? Like moving on sometimes and chugging on and not looking back. It's rigged in your favor. And eventually you'll know why. But if you stay in the struggle and you hold on to what doesn't, you'll never know why because you're still dealing with it, right? You got to just let it go. And that's one of the things that I have learned over the years. I'm like, why is this difficult? This doesn't need to be difficult. No, life is not difficult. Life is simple. If you are seeking love, then do things that you love. If you're seeking love, work with people that you love. If you're seeking love, marry people you love. If it doesn't line up with those things, you need to let it go. My dog is getting ready to bark, and I'm going to go. But I'll talk to you guys soon, and have a great and amazing day, okay? I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later.